Students, let's proceed with the story further. As they neared the village, the child could see many other footpaths full of throngs converging to the whirlpool of the fair, and felt at once repelled and fascinated by the confusion of the world he was entering. So, we see here that as they were about to reach the village, the child could see huge crowd of people coming from all directions, gathering at this place. This huge crowd first scared him, but next he got attracted to this huge gathering of people. Throngs here means huge crowds, and converging means gathering. A sweetmeat seller hawked gulab jamun, rasgulla, barfi, jalebi at the corner of the entrance, and a crowd pressed round his counter at the foot of an architecture of many colored sweets decorated with leaves of silver and gold. The child stared open-eyed and his mouth watered for the barfi that was his favorite sweet. "I want that barfi," he slowly murmured, but he half knew as he begged that his plea would not be heeded because his parents would say he was greedy. So, without waiting for an answer, he moved on. A sweetmeat seller here had set up a stall at the corner of the entrance, and he was able to attract the crowd by calling out gulab jamun, barfi, jalebis. The child's mouth watered to see the beautifully decorated sweets with foils of gold and silver on them. There was his favorite barfi. How much he wanted to have it! But he knew that his plea, his earnest request, would not be heeded. Heeded here means paid attention to. His parents would say he was greedy, and so, without waiting for an answer, sadly, the child moved on. A flower seller hawked a garland of gulmohar, a garland of gulmohar. The child seemed irresistibly drawn. He went towards the basket where the flowers lay heaped and half murmured, "I want that garland." But he well knew his parents would refuse to buy him these flowers because they would say that they were cheap. So, without waiting for an answer, he moved on. We can see here, children, that the child couldn't resist himself towards the basket of gulmohar flowers which lay in heaps. He wanted to make a demand but knew the answer of denial from his parents, as they would say that they were cheap. And therefore, without expecting a reply from his parents, the boy walked ahead. A man stood holding a pole with yellow, red, green, and purple balloons flying from it. The child was simply carried away by the rainbow glory of their silken colors, and he was filled with an overwhelming desire to possess them all. But he well knew his parents would never buy him the balloons because they would say he was too old to play with such toys. So he walked on further. Here also we can say how the child is curbing his desires. The rainbow colored balloons, which every child wants to possess, are far away from his reach. And so he walked away without making any further demands. A snake charmer stood playing a flute to a snake which coiled itself in a basket, its head raised in a graceful bend like the neck of a swan, while the music stole into its invisible ears like the gentle rippling of an invisible waterfall. The child went towards the snake charmer, but knowing his parents had forbidden him to hear such coarse music as the snake charmer played, he proceeded further. His visit now led him to another beautiful spectacle of a snake charmer playing a gentle melodious tune on his flute to which the snake raised its head in a graceful curve, like that of a swan. Have you seen a swan? How gracefully it raises its neck? Similarly, the snake was swaying its neck. He couldn't stop to listen to the melody, as his parents would not allow him to listen to such coarse and rough music played by the snake charmer. There was a roundabout in full swing. Men, women, and children, carried away in a whirling motion, shrieked and cried with dizzy laughter. The child watched them intently, and then he made a bold request. I want to go on the roundabout. Please, father, mother. What a fair is without a roundabout. The child could see everyone shrieking and crying with laughter as the swing circled in full motion. This time the child could not stop himself, and he boldly asked his parents to allow him to enjoy the swing. So, here, students, we can see the curious childish demands of the boy and how he tries to curb his desires every time he sees something new, something exciting. We feel so pity on the child, as well as the painful refusal from his parents who might not be able to afford him to buy those things.